Mike Wakefield with Micro Industrial Finishing out of Vernon, Connecticut. We are a family-owned and operated deburring and parts washing sales and service company, started in 1983 by my father, Steve Wakefield. Before we get going today, I just want to give a big thank you to Eric G. and his team down at rankko.com. They have helped us out a lot over the past year and a half with our website development, and now as we move into more of a social marketing, social media campaign, and SEO, they're really helping out in that regard too, getting traffic to the website and coming through with a lot of good ideas. So thanks to them down there. All right, today what we're going to do is try something new. We're going to do a 3-question format on a specific topic, and the specific topic today is going to be vapor degreasing. You might be asking yourself, what is vapor degreasing? And we are going to get right into that. All right, question number 1. What is vapor degreasing? In manufacturing, basically, you really only have, there's other options, but you have 2 major methods of cleaning parts, and that is an aqueous-based system, which is water-based chemistry, or solvent-based chemistry, which you would use a vapor degreaser. When these work, I gotta say nothing works better, is more efficient, and offers a clean, dry part with total repeatability, as well as a vapor degreaser. The machine can look complicated, but the system itself is actually very simple, and with just a 7th grade earth science education, it can be very easily explained. So that is actually going to be question number 2, and that is going to be, how does a vapor degreaser work? Vapor degreaser, I want you to think of it as almost like a water cycle. If you remember, you have the ocean, and then the vapor or the atmosphere, which is where we breathe, and then the third zone is the upper atmosphere, the clouds, where all that water recollects and then rains back down onto the planet. A vapor degreaser is very similar in nature. I want you to think of it as having 3 zones, all right? The ocean or the basin, the boil sump, is the bottom of the machine. There is a heater in a boil sump that is boiling that solvent, and they all boil at different temperatures, whether it's 90 degrees, 120 degrees, 158 degrees, 220 degrees. We set the machine to boil at the right temperature, and that creates the vapor or the atmosphere, which is what is in zone number 2, which is also the rinse tank. Now the boil sump would be considered the wash tank. That's where you're getting the rough contaminants off. All right, and the upper atmosphere, which is really the magic of this machine, that's where the refrigeration coils are. Think like the back of your refrigerator, the same things that keep your refrigerator cool. The same technology is utilized to create a very cold atmosphere where the vapor, the solvent, recollects on these coils and drops back into the machine, which is great for a number of reasons. One, it keeps the solvent in the machine. Solvent is expensive. You don't want the operators being too close or too interfaced with the solvent on top of the machine either. And the other thing is that it constantly cleans the solvent and allows for that repeatability that I was talking about before. The nature of this machine, it is always distilling the solvent, offering a perfectly clean immersion tank for you, which is far superior to most aqueous systems where you have to constantly titrate the bath, check it, make sure the numbers are right so you're getting the repeatability and the cleaning that you are looking for. All right, question number 3 is, what are the benefits of using an open top degreaser? There are a ton of benefits, really. But let's just go over what seem to be the most popular. First off is the use of solvent in cleaning a part, by the nature of solvent, is just better than water-based chemistries because solvent will access smaller areas water can't. There's a lower surface tension, so technically it's wetter than water. Benefit number 2 is really the footprint of the machine. In every factory I've ever been in, one of the most important factors in making decisions for equipment is how much real estate or floor space is the proposed equipment going to take up, and how much money can I save or make from using that equipment. Think of a vapor degreaser almost like the skyscraper of parts washers, where most aqueous systems are going to build out a wash tank, rinse tank, dryer. Vapor degreaser builds up. You have a wash tank on the bottom, you have a rinse tank in the middle, and you have a dryer on the top. So think of it more like a skyscraper rather than a warehouse. And it works like this. The operator is going to take the part or a basket of parts, or however you're gonna whatever you're cleaning that day, the operator is going to basically, on a hook or a hoist, an automated system, is going to lower the basket or the part down into the machine. It's going to start off in zone number 2, which again is the cloud zone. That's all vapor. That vapor is going to cover that part. Every area, every facet of that part is going to get covered. The rough contaminants are going to slough off into the boil sump. They're going to be circulated through a filter and reintroduced back into the boil sump to get the solid particulate out of there. After that, the part is going to be moved over to the immersion sump. Now this is all part of the what would be the wash tank part of the system, the boil sump, the immersion sump. There can be ultrasonics in here. You can engage them to really get some cleaning power. This will get all the rough contaminants off. So wash, wash. Now we go up into the vapor zone. That's going to be the rinse zone. All right? The part is now going to be cleaned of any particulate that maybe it clung onto on the way out of the immersion tank. That's going to fall back into here. That will, over a weir system, go into the boil sump and again be recirculated through the filter. Now the vapor zone is covering that part again with freshly distilled solvent, 100% clean. It is going to give a precision clean rinse on that part. It will then be dragged through the primary coils and the vapor trap, where any residual solvent is going to be taken off that part, collect on the coils, go down into a gully, circulate through a water trap, and be reintroduced into the immersion sump. And that's the distillation we were talking about before. Not only is this machine always cleaning your parts, it's cleaning itself. So the repeatability and the quality control is guaranteed. Our customers really seem to like that. And the company we work with, Baron Blakesley, out of West Virginia, American made, they make every part of their machinery. They really have mastered the art of making an open-top degreaser. They do custom work, they have off-the-shelf stuff they sell, and everything in between. So if you have any questions about vapor degreasing, can it work for you? Is it the right process? Give us a call, 860-875-6357. We'll answer any of your questions, or you can just go right to the website, and that's going to be down below here at www.mikro, that's MIKRO, the number 1.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.